might wonder, why should you be concerned about a constitutional convention or a convention of the states, especially when folks like Rush Limbaugh and Hannity and some other conservative talking heads are promoting it? Well, our guest, Richard Fry, would like to share some things with you about that. You are the co-founder of Defend Not Amend. That website's on our screen, and we would encourage you right now to make a note of that and go really become educated on the issue. But why are these talking heads trying to sell a constitutional convention, and what's wrong with that?
Well, the reason that they're bringing in what I call the talking heads, it's the same strategy that the progressives use when they walk out the Hollywood glitz crowd. They're trying to make people make a decision based on emotion rather than analysis and facts.
So they want to change the subject, so to speak.
They're framing the issue, and they're doing a great job of it. I mean, let's face it, we have the best scholars, the facts are on our side. You know, in law, we have this saying that says, if the facts are on your side, argue the facts. If the law's on your side, argue the law. If neither's on your side, attack the other side. And they're kind of doing all of it. And really what the strategy is they're bringing out these talking heads that people believe are conservative, and we know now that they're being paid by organizations in the tunes of millions of dollars, Beck and Hannity and all of them, whether it's Americans for Prosperity, that have links indirectly or directly to George Soros among conservatives. And the strategy of that is they're going to talk about not the important issue of whether changing the Constitution is going to make politicians follow it, which is nonsensical, but they want to talk about the mechanics of the convention and whether an amendment is good.
So it's like a shell game, and
exactly.
Under this shell is the real issue.
Right. Under
this shell is a fabrication of talking points.
Right. It's not relevant. It's just not relevant, and it's behavioral science. We know that when people do not have the basis, the factual basis, the intellectual basis to make a decision, oftentimes what they do is defer to a surrogate decision maker. That's what Sean Hannity is, and Rush Limbaugh, and Glenn Beck.
Well, if Rush says it, I'm for it.
Must be true. Yeah, and that's not necessarily the case. And if you dig down, you'll find out that that's not the case.
And if you dig down deep enough, you discover that Limbaugh and Hannity, in order to produce their shows, take huge amounts of dollars from people who are supporting the Constitutional Convention.
Exactly.
People like George Soros.
Right. Yes.
That should make America shake its head.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a scary proposition.
So if you were giving a message, and we want you to give a message to our viewers, what would that message be today?
Well, the message is not to be sucked into these discussions about the Convention of States, which is a misnomer, and how it operates, and the mechanics of it, or even the amendments, the validity of the amendments. There's only one question that you need to ask yourself, and you have the absolute data to make the decision. And that question is, will changing the Constitution make politicians who have violated their sacred oath and to protect the Constitution, will a new Constitution make them suddenly honor that oath? And I say they will not.
So a leopard isn't going to change its spots.
Nor will a skunk change its stripe.
or its smell.
Or its smell.
And folks, this is something that does indeed smell. So we would encourage you to go to the defendnotamend.com website and learn for yourself. Don't be one of these Americans who uses bumper stickers to define their direction, because bumper stickers can be pretty catchy.
Absolutely.
But they can take you in the wrong direction, can't they?
Absolutely. I mean, their message is it's not our fault and they've got the solution. The reality is it is our fault and we are the solution.
I think that is very well said, and I hope as you're listening today you become part of the solution and reject this idea of a constitutional convention.